Good afternoon and welcome to the Inspiring Inking Facebook page and the Inspiring Inking YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's Tuesday the 16th of August 2022 and it's time for Craft and Chat. If you're here live, can you just do me a quick sound and light check? Make sure you can see and hear me clearly. And if you're watching the replay, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to do that as well. You'll find that we have 20 minutes or so of chatting and then there will be some crafting. And today's crafting has been requested by Mina. So Mina says that she's going to have a pen and paper ready. And I am looking forward to sharing the project that she asked to see with you. So can you just bear with me a second? I just need to change some light. So bear with me a second. Okay, right, I'm back. Hello, Claire. Hello, Lynn. Texas is in the house. Thank you so much for joining us today. So how are we? How are we? Who's had, if you're in the UK, who's had rain? We have had some really sort of light, steady rain this morning, then a bit of a downpour, but it's dry again now. So it looks like we're going to get a big amount of rain tomorrow. So that would be good. Lisa, hello. She's in the UK. Stella's in the house as well. Texas, two Texas residents in the house today. Thank you so much for popping by. So how are we? How are we? Karen's saying she's had the same weather as me. Well, yes. It's because she's a little bit up the road. I don't know which direction. I'm okay with directions when I'm kind of outside and there's like the sun and I can kind of work things out. But in a house, I have no idea. Yeah. So there we go. So don't rely on me pointing in the right direction for anything if I'm inside. I'm usually fairly good outside. So there we go. So whilst everybody's kind of coming and getting sorted out, I had a couple of things to talk to you about. The first thing is last week, the week before, not sure, we were talking about books and favorite authors, and it kind of occurred to me after the live had finished, I didn't actually share any of my favorite authors. And as I said, you know, I like fantasy, vampires, witches. I like things to take me out of day-to-day stuff. And a couple of my favorite authors are Deborah Harkness and Elizabeth Hunter. It's the All Souls trilogy for Deborah Harkness, and Elizabeth Hunter writes vampire stories, lots and lots of different ones, and she also has some sort of paranormal romance type novels as well. Really good, really good. And for those of you that like action stuff, Shane Silver, which is SHAYNE, he's got some series that it is vast. The world is vast. If you need like 32 books to read, and I have read all of them, it's brilliant. So yeah, he's really good too. So they're kind of the ones that are kind of top of mind. And then I had a lovely email from Dino. So let me just put you here. So Dino watches my YouTube through like a different service, so she can't actually comment. But they sent a message to say she recommended HY Hannah series. They're English mysteries like Tea Rooms and Cats. So I've downloaded one of those on my Kindle as well, ready to see how that is. So that's really cool. But so for those of you, if anyone else is out there that, I don't know, the technology doesn't work, or sometimes we don't work the technology, we can kind of watch stuff, but we can't necessarily interact with it, then you can always email me. There's my email address. I do reply to all the emails. So do email me if you've got any comments, if you've got anything to share, and I can put like the comment from Dino up on the screen because I can do that now, which I'm very excited about. But also it means that you can put in a request. So as I said, today's card has been requested by Mina. So yeah, you put in a request and I'll see what I can do. So let's go back to the comments. Goodness me, we're busy today. Oh, right. So where did we get up to? Tracy's here from Australia. It's finally raining, says Margaret, in Oxfordshire. Marion's in Lytham St Anne's. Is that how you say it? No rain there. Claire's saying it's raining now. Lovely. Karen's here from Kansas. And Jenny's here from Melbourne. Lisa's saying a tiny bit of rain, just enough for puddles. You know, see, this is why I was worried, because I really wanted some like slow rain, because the ground's so dry, it'll just run off and go down the drains. And okay, that'll help the reservoirs or the rivers or whatever. It's not going to help my garden. Donna's here. Maureen, Michelle, Roz, Scylla, Barbara. It's raining in France. Barbara, I hope that it's raining and putting out those fires. You've been having a really tough time in France. Hello, Anne. Chris and Angela here from the Cotswold Lakes. Visiting. Margaret, Jan, Sue. Margot is here from Holland. The Netherlands are here. Hooray, hooray. Thank you. Oh, no. Mum's here. And Mum and Dad. Hi, Mum. Hi, Dad. They're watching me on YouTube on the telly. Technology's amazing, isn't it? They are 300 miles away from me. So they're watching me on the telly, which is super cool. But it's Pauline and Mick to everyone else. Gordie's here. North Carolina's in the house. Joanne's here. Gail's here from Bristol. And Roz is catching us from Florida. We're really international here today. This is amazing. So how are things going? How are we doing? We're halfway through August. Can you believe that? We are 3 weeks away from the wedding. I don't know. Is it 3 weeks? I don't count, actually. So I have been keeping you updated with the whole dress trauma. My dress trauma, not the bride's dress. The bride is completely sorted out. But anyway, so my favorite dress, little snug. And, you know, it's less snug now than it was a few weeks ago. So, you know, things are moving in the right direction. But I actually have a dress I love as much, which is a bit more swishy and a bit more floaty, and therefore not going to be as hot, because obviously Italy in early September is likely to be warm. So I will be taking both, and we'll decide on the day what I'm going to wear. So thankfully, all my accessories will work with both dresses. I checked the necklace and the earrings. So many accessories, the bag and the shoes and the, yeah. So we are all good. So thank you so much. I've been getting so many emails from you worrying about me having to diet or sending me links to dresses, which has been brilliant. Thank you very much. So yeah, so we are all good to go. And this week I've actually taught myself a new skill with the help of YouTube. And I've learned how to knot pearls. So, you know, like a pearl necklace, I've learned how to restring and knot pearls. And I've made a couple of things. I'm not going to tell you what I've made. I'll show you in a few weeks. But yeah, I've learned how to do that. So YouTube is awesome, isn't it? But yeah, it's really cool and so much easier than I thought it was going to be. So yeah, so it's a new skill. So everybody be aware that, you know, Christmas presents, everyone's going to be getting knotted bracelets and things because I can do that now. I can do that. So that's really cool. Let's see. Pippi. Peggy, I'm so sorry. Peggy Pipkins is here from Arkansas. Gordy's saying it's so smart to have choices. Rod is saying I'm a woman of many talents. Yeah. Do you know what? I think the thing is, because I'm creative, as you all are, I just find it really interesting to learn how to do different things. And sometimes I'm good at it and sometimes I'm not good. But then I just practice. And it's one of the things that I say about, you know, card making, paper crafting as well. Sometimes, you know, we don't get the score lines right. We don't color in right. Or, you know, things don't go as well as they could do. But if we have a bit more of a practice, you can generally figure it out. And, you know, I'm here on YouTube, on Facebook, but I'm here on YouTube and I love YouTube. Doesn't matter what it is I want to learn how to do. I type it into that search box in YouTube, I can find it and I can pause them. So the video that I was watching for the knotting for the pearls, I've fast forwarded it and backwards and forwards and paused it and then redid it. So yeah, it's really cool. I'm so excited because I know how to do something else now. So that's really cool. Yeah, so Roz is saying, you know, we as crafters, we do many different things. And I think that's sorry, I'm falling down the chair. For me, it's such an interesting thing. And I love to learn. You know, that's why I read so much. That's, you know, why I watch YouTube videos. Because I like to know stuff. I do. Right. So I need to fish my tea bag out of my peppermint tea. Because seriously, I've had way over my coffee quota for the day. So it's been one of those days where I've been drinking all the coffee. It's not good for me. Anyway, what else have I got to tell you? Lots of things, like a million things. So the first thing is I often say, send me pictures of your projects. You can send me projects if you want to, because I love to get things in the post, but you can always send me pictures. And I've now figured out how to put them onto a PowerPoint presentation. Don't be too impressed because it's very much a case of drag the picture and drop it. But I've got 2 different projects to show you today. And let me see if I can do this now. So there we go. So Marion, who is here, and Jen, who I haven't seen yet, but that doesn't mean that she's not here, have sent me some projects. Now, this card is the Never Ending card that Marion made. And let me just move the thing. So let me go backwards. So you can see that's folded once, folded twice, and again and again. Isn't that cool? And I love the way that she's got the more solid colors and the pattern. And if you remember, when I was talking about making a never-ending card, having a pattern that is abstract or doesn't really have a right way or a wrong way is really, really cool. It just makes it look, doesn't matter which way up it is, you know, it's good. So that's Marion's card. And then this is Jen's project. Now, Jen is part of my team, and she made this for a team day that we had a few weeks ago. And isn't that really cool? They are the Swiss chocolate Neapolitans from Marks and Spencer's. And she's covered them and then made this really beautiful box. She was inspired by QB, I think it was, who's got a YouTube channel, but they were using American chocolate, which we don't have here in the UK. So she's kind of tweaked it and redesigned it. But isn't that beautiful? Because I mean, that says Val and Chris on there, and she's used the alphabet stamps and little punch to personalize it. But what a lovely, lovely gift to make. Isn't that cool? So there you go. So that is brilliant. So let me just take that one off. So I also have another set of slides because tomorrow 2 new kits launch in Europe. So one's a card kit, one is a memory keeping kit. And like I said, I have, let me see, find it. There we go. Okay, so this is the first kit. It's called Cozy and Bright, and you make 12 cards, and it's got a stamp set, an acrylic block, and a Poppy Parade mini stamping spot. They're like about an inch square. They're little tiny ones. So that's everything that comes in the kit. So I'm missing actually the picture of the finished cards. Okay, I will just go and see if I can get that. No, I don't know. Probably not, actually. I'm not going to be able to get it. But when I put this up onto my blog, I'll make sure there's a picture of the completed cards. But they've got these oranges. Now, Stampin' Up occasionally have weird sentiments. And sometimes, I just sometimes I just look at them and go, I don't get it. But the sentiments in this set are Christmas sentiments, but also non-denominational winter sentiments. So celebrate the season, may this holiday warm your heart. But then a random orange, you glad it's Christmas? I don't know. So I was talking to the team about this morning. I would probably do a bit of stamp surgery and snip that orange You Glad off, off that stamp, and just have It's Christmas, because that's cool. So anyway, I'm sure there will be people out there that love that sentiment. That's fine. We're all different, aren't we? So that's one set. You make 12 cards and it's £22. And then the second set is this one, and it's called Love This. And it's a memory, or Love This Memory. You get a notebook, you get double-sided tape, washi tape, you get lots of stickers, alphabet stickers, and all sorts of things. And it makes this lovely memory scrapbook notebook. So this is perfect for those of you that, have had a special holiday, you want to record that. For those of you with kids or grandbabies who might have to do like a summer project and record things, or just to complete on a rainy day. And in the UK, chances are we're going to get a few of those over the next few weeks. So a really cool thing, and also, a great present, great Christmas present. I know it's sort of summery themed, but it would make a great crafting Christmas present as well. There is this stamp set, there is an acrylic block, and the ink spot is Parakeet Party. So there you go. So those are 2 kits. They launch tomorrow. So they're not available today. They'll be available tomorrow. So do kind of check them out tomorrow. And obviously, if you're watching from the 17th of August, they're live. And for those of you that are watching internationally, some of these kits have been out for a while. Some of them may actually have been and gone because here in Europe, things are just taking a little bit longer to get to us at the moment. So we don't always get everything. Although we're a global company, we don't always get everything at the same time. And different things are popular in different countries. So some things may sell out here that are still in stock in the US, or they might sell out in Canada, but they're not available in Australia. So, depends. It depends. Jan saying those projects from Marion and Jen were beautiful. Yes, they were. Good morning, Julie. She's just woken up, grabbed a coffee. And Margaret saying lovely projects. Hi, Laura. Awesome. So celebration is still on. Where's my celebration thing? Ta-da. Still running. We've got 2 weeks left. 2 weeks left. All of the things here in Europe are available at the moment. Everything on the additional list that was sent out last week is also available. So you have lots of choice when you spend £45 or multiples of £45. The best deal and the best fun, it has to be said, is to join my team. You want to, really. You get to hang out with us. We have a special Facebook group. I do team craft alongs. I do team creative events. We go places. We do stuff. So you want to join? That would be really cool. At the moment, this is the special offer. Let's see, is it? Yeah, it's coming into focus. It's an amazing planner. You get a planner that's got 18 months worth of pages in it. You get 3 notebooks, which are really cool, and a stamp set as well. You pay £99, or if you're in Europe, France, Germany, Austria, or the Netherlands only at the moment. Belgium and Ireland soon, but just not yet. It is €129. and you get to choose £130 worth of products, or if it's euros, it's 195 euros in products. So you're getting an additional £31 worth of products, an amazing planner, stamp set, and notebooks. You get to join the best team because, you know, my team of demonstrators are amazing. And there's no postage. So if you've got a big wish list, that is the thing to do. You can always email me and ask me questions. I can call you or we can chat. Good morning, Kathy Jean. Canada's here. And Valerie's arrived, but she's just woken up. Grab your coffee, Valerie. Right. I have another card here, an actual real card. And this is going to Kimberly. And it's from Jackie. Isn't that beautiful? It's a congratulations on your wedding card. So thank you so much for that, Jackie. I will be taking it with me to Italy for Kim. So brilliant. So thank you. Okay, so I think I've done all the chatting. I think we need to do some crafting. So I'm going to turn the camera around, try and make sure I don't sound like a Dalek by switching the right microphones on and off. And yeah, let's do some making. So let's stop the camera, move that one. Okay. Can you hear me and see me now? Hopefully you can. Let me grab my tea. I've got puffins. I don't know. Can you see? I'm always wary of. Maybe I'll tip the cup up when it's got less in it. Right. Okay. Yeah, all good. Thank you. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to show you is the papers I'm going to be using. And let me tell you what they are called. These are awesome. Turn the pages. It's called Perfectly Penciled. It's on page 133, and it is a black and white set of papers. And let me just flip those over. So on one side, you've got predominantly a white background and beautiful imagery. So let me I'll show you each one of the white ones first. Stripes. I love this one. If you like fussy cutting, you're going to love this pattern. And then we've got leaves. And then tiny flowers. And then on the reverse, you've got predominantly black. So you've got this lovely crosshatch design. This sort of lovely sprigs. Now this one, so the black and white, the more black side is this side, I think. But you've got another lovely pattern there. This is circles, but it's also got like a watercolor wash on it. So it's kind of distressed looking. It's not, the paper's not distressed, but it's distressed looking. This reminds me of like a chalk flowers and polka dots. And again, it's sort of got the distressed thing. I love me some polka dots. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do, let me just see actually is I'm going to cut out one of these flowers because and then I'm going to cut right down the middle of another flower. Let me just run that around a little bit. There we go. Okay, so the thing I love about a black and white paper is that you can colour it. And we have so many options as far as colouring is concerned. So, you know, pick your favourite. So I'm going to start out. I've just got the current markers. These are the in colour markers. And you can just colour in with your markers. And you know, you've got with your markers, you've got a brush tip end, which is this wide tip, but you've also got like a bullet tip there, which is really fine. So you can easily colour in with your markers. I'm going to be using the blends in a minute. But I'm just going to show you this now. But you can use multiple shades by using the blends. These are alcohol markers. And I'm just sort of laying down the colour. You'll be able to see there. Look, I've got two colours there. But then if I go back with the lighter colour, you'll be able to blend them in. And that is one of the most important things, to just soften it up, just blend it out. And can you see I'm just dragging it in one direction? I'm not scrubbing backwards and forwards, because what I'm trying to do is pull the colour from one area to the other. There we go. So you've got a really tonal flower there. Now be aware that your blends will come through the paper. Your markers don't, but your blends do. We've also got a blender pen, and this is different. So this is a blender pen and these are blends. So that ends with an S, this ends with an ER. And I've just squashed my ink pad, so I've got ink in the lid. And I'm just going to pick up my blender pen and use it to colour in with this. Now what happens is the magical chemical inside here, which has got all sorts of things in it, but glycerin is a big part of it. This softens the ink, so it just kind of pushes the ink around and makes it blend easily. So if I don't go back and add any more, you can see here, look, that this flower has got like full strength, and then you've got kind of half strength and like quarter strength. So it just softens out. So that works really well. And then, well, we actually have two more, but I've only brought one more upstairs because we've also got pastels, but we've got watercolor pencils, and you can just color in with the watercolor pencils. You don't need to blend them or do anything. So you can just use them like that. Or you can go back in with the blender pen, and you can either take colour off the tip of the pencil and colour in like we did with the ink pad, or you can put down some colour like this, and you can see I have not, that is not very tidy, not very tidy colouring in. Just clear that off and just go over it, and you can just drag that colour about. Now, I wouldn't recommend putting water on this. You know, it is paper, it's not cardstock. So I wouldn't recommend using the watercolor pencils with water unless your water brush is almost dry, because what you may find is that the paper will pill. But what you don't want to do is see black and white paper and go, well, what am I going to do with that? How am I going to work with that? Because as you can see, I've got all these different colors here. You can design these flowers, these patterns, to make anything, any color combination that you want to. And so that's why, for me, this is just such an awesome pack, because it then doesn't matter if I haven't got something in the right color, I can use it. So that's kind of a really speedy run through of different ways to add color to your projects. I'm going to leave the blends out because I'm going to be using them. I'm just going to get my trimmer out. Now, when I've finished the video, I will put the measurements up for you for this card. But if you want to take a screenshot of it now or write it down, I will just hold it there just for a second, and I'm going to talk you through it. Now, Mina asked for a double gatefold card. Now, this is to fit our envelopes, so European size envelopes, and I've given you centimeters and inches. Okay, so I will call through all of the measurements as we go, but I'll kind of leave that up there. So I'm using Poppy Parade cardstock. So this measures 5 3/4 by 10 1/2. And I'm going to put 4 score lines on it. So we are going to score at 1 1/4, 3 1/4, 7 1/4, and 9 1/4. So easy and straightforward. If you're working in centimeters, this piece is 14 1/2 by 27, and you're going to score at 3 1/2, 8 1/2, 18 1/2, and 23 1/2. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fold each side into the middle and then fold it back out. So into the middle and fold it back out. And this is a double gatefold. So normally on a gatefold card, if you kind of ignore this bit in the middle, a gatefold card, hang on. Normally a gatefold card is like that and it just opens out. But this has got an extra little bit and it goes there. Now the awesomeness about this extra little bit is that you get way more different areas to decorate. So in best Blue Peter style, I have some already prepared. So I have some stripes. I have some beautiful flowers and I have some polka dots. So these larger pieces, so I've got 4 of each. So these larger pieces are 5.5 by 1 3/4, and these are 5.5 by 1. So the way this is going to go together is these pieces are going on here. Then I'm going to put the spots on here. I'm going to put more stripes on here. Well, maybe not. Actually, I might put the little flowers on the inside. And then we've got these flowers here. But I'm not going to leave this all black and white. So I'm going to show you what you can do. I'm going to start with these ones. And I am just going to pick one image on both sides that I'm going to colour in. So on this side, I'm going to pick this flower here. And I'm actually just colouring it in with one shade of Poppy Parade. And then this is Old Olive. And I'm just following the flower stem down. And it just makes that flower pop. And then on this one, I'm actually going to colour in this bottom flower here. So it's actually the same flower, just a bit further down on the paper. Now it's important that you do this before you stick it down, because if you don't, the potential of the blends actually bleeding through is quite high. So you really don't want it to do that. And when I'm colouring in, I really do like using the bullet tip because it's really hardy, much more so than the brush tip. So it works really well. Okay, so there we go. So we've got those 2 flowers. So they are going to go here. With the stripes, I am actually going to use that lighter green, and I'm just going to put one green stripe. For that one. We've got we've got the spots. So the spots are going to go here on this section, and I'm going to just colour in some of the spots red. Now, to do a random spot, you know, colouring in random spot, it's actually really hard because your brain likes to make a pattern. So, you know, just kind of do your best to make random spots. And to be honest, you will probably have to go back and add a few more. And it will depend on when you stick it down as much as anything else. So let's see. One there, one there. 19, good. 19. Ha! That's awesome. Okay, so the fact that there's 19 on each is a really good thing, but it's, for me, it's more important that there's an odd number. And I think actually I'm going to put a red stripe on these ones. So I've done a green stripe and a red stripe. And the thing is, it doesn't matter if you go a little bit over the black, because it just kind of blends in. Okay, so that's all those little elements. I have a couple more bits. So I have die cut from the patterned paper and from Poppy Parade, and I have used my favorite stylish shape dies. If you do not have these, will you please buy them? Because you're going to be sad if they go and you haven't got them. They have circles and squares, and then these awesome labels. So on this one, I've used the circles, and I cut out a label, and you know, everybody needs party puffins. I did say that I'd show you my mug, didn't I? And there you go. I'm coordinated today. So I've got my Party Puffins Happy Birthday stamp, which I use all the time. And let's see if I can kind of aim that in the right place. Ta-da! No, that's a bit rubbish. Look at that. Let's try again. Needless to say, I did die cut a few of these, because normally in my normal craft, why is that not? Let me show you. Look, it's not inking up properly here. In my normal crafting world, I would stamp this and then die cut it. Right, so let's just see what's going on. Right, there we go. It's okay now. It's all right. I've got two more. You get fingers crossed. Seriously, look. What is going on? Third time lucky, fourth time lucky, or I will have to just go with one that isn't quite perfect. Handmade card, it's okay. There we go. That's better. Right. Phew. Okay. So when I die cut the flower, I want to make a feature of this one. So I purposely positioned the die so that this was kind of higher up, because I knew I was going to put the happy birthday down there. So I'm going to do exactly the same as I've done on the other ones. Just love this. Just going to colour in the beautiful flower. I don't know what flower this is. Do we have any keen gardeners out there that knows what kind of a flower this is? You're probably going to tell me it doesn't come in red. Oh, which is highly likely. When I first saw it, I thought it looked like a Californian poppy. Now, I don't know what its real name is, a Californian poppy, or its Latin name or whatever. But I'm not really sure. There we go. So right, so let's get this card assembled, and then I will show you 2 different ways of closing it. No. This is where I go, and where's that? And where's that? My desk is covered with all sorts of projects. I've been doing some filming and things, and it just, it's all a bit messy today. There we go. Okay. So Valerie's saying just get my black marker and colour in those faded bits, which I will do. These won't get thrown away. I will use them. Let me just put that there. And let's stick these layers down. So we've got the inside white layer. So obviously with this layer, you can stamp on it, put your greeting or another sentiment on it. And then we are just going to decide which way round things are going to go. So I think we're going to put those like that. And those ones there. And then the green's going to go on the underside, and then the spots are going to go here. So you'll see, so this is how it will look. So you've got the spots and the stripes there. What I'm going to do is turn that around. So it's black and white and then the red. Okay, right. We have a layout. Let's get it all stuck down. Now, obviously, you can put additional cardstock layers on this. I've gone cardstock and then straight to patterned paper, but of course you can put additional layers. It looked really good with foils or with glimmer papers. You can put different shades in. Right, so where's the green one? Right, now I have used, can you see here, I've used the darker green here and the lighter one here. So I'm going to switch that out and use the darker one because that doesn't match. And that is the unique selling point of Stampin' Up products. And they coordinate together. So don't use the wrong marker, Amanda. Use the right one. Okay, I can fix it. I have the technology to do that. There we go. Okay. Right, so let's just pop that down there. And that one. No, that's the wrong one, Gromit. It should be the red one. Yeah. Oops. Let's try that again. So it's the red one here. And here. And the green one is the one that's going underneath. Now, most people are not going to see the underneath, which is, so that's going to go like that. Most people are not going to look at this underneath, but it's a surface that we can decorate. So I'm going to decorate it. And it'll be a nice surprise for anyone who does turn it over. Pop that one down there. So if we fold this out, then you can see you've got the stripes, and then we're just going to pop the spots down. Now what I am going to do is just have a look and see how the spots look and see whether or not I prefer the spots the other way, or which actually I think I do. So that one can go that way around. Because there's no right way and wrong way with the spots, you know, just pick whichever one that you think is better. So that's that one. And then the same with this one. Let's just have a look. Yeah, we'll go with that way around as well. Got a bit of glue stuck there. It's not coming out. This Tombow glue is a latex glue. So firstly, if you have a latex allergy, you do not want this glue. But secondly, it can clog. It gets like a little dry bit here. Just pull it off, and it'll just carry on flowing well. Do store these glues upside down. I wish I could tell you where the lid for this one is. I don't know. It's probably on the floor somewhere. But store them. Hang on, I've got another one here. Store them like this, upside down. Put them in a glass, or Brian made me this amazing glue holder. But yeah, just store it upside down, and then the glue's always at the tip. Okay, so there you go. So that's your double gatefold. See? And I love this like little interest here. Now, you have a choice. You can either put a focal image and your sentiment on the front, or you can put it on a belly band. So I'm going to stick this down in a second, but if you want to make a belly band, I'm going to show you how to do it. So the whole point of a belly band is that it just slides off. So as a general rule, you don't want to measure it so it's ultra tight. So what you do want to do is get a strip of card, and this is just an A4 length. It's an inch and a, I would say it's an inch and a half. Yeah, it's an inch and a half wide, or 3.5 centimeters. So put your card down on it, and then gently fold the two sides in. like that. And then play around with it until it slides on and off easily. Now, if you squish it too tightly, it won't do that. So you've just got to make sure that you've got enough wriggle room for it to move. Once you've done that, then put a little bit of glue there. And we're going to put this to the back anyway in a minute. And then just snip it off. So you're just going to line it up so it's the two edges are lined up, and then just take it off. And then I kind of give it a squish. And then in order to put it back on again, you just ease it on like that and slide it down. And then obviously what you can do then is pop your sentiment over the top. And then what will happen is the person to get into the card will pull that off, and then they will be able to see inside. But what I'm going to do is position this over the top. So I'm going to get some dimensionals. And I don't know where my big dimensionals are. And I'm just going to put them on this left-hand side. So I'm going to have to put millions on because these are teeny. And you don't want it not to stick. And there we go. Ooh. Just move that down in case you still need the measurements. Ooh, there we go. Okay, so then I'm just going to stick that down centrally. Move everything out of the way. And then that is how the card will go. And actually, that's not quite as central as I would like. Let's move it slightly up and across a little bit. There we go. And there you go. So there it is finished. It's a double gatefold. Okay, so that is all of the crafting for today. Donna says it's a poppy nation, a cross between a poppy and a carnation. Marion bought this pack of patterned paper just to colour it in. Margaret wants to know the size of the white insert. So this is my standard card size insert. So this, the red panel inside is 4 by 5 3/4. So the white is 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. Jan saying it's a smart, elegant, lovely card. Thank you. Thank you, Michelle. Lovely card, says Ross. Thank you. So I hope that I have inspired you to go and get some of this amazing, perfectly penciled patterned paper, because it's just so many different things that you can do with it. And obviously, whatever colour you want your flowers to be, or your spots or your stripes to be, you can have that. So I will love you and leave you until next week. I will be back here live at 2 o'clock on a Tuesday. All of the products that you've seen today, you can purchase in my online store. You can pop over to my blog, which is www.inspiringinking.com. And there you will find links for the measurements and all of the products that I've used. So thank you so much for joining me today. And I will see you all again very soon. Goodbye.